Good morning. Pathway to Glory, part 4. Here we are talking about hope. Now, we've been talking about tribulation produces patience. Patience produces character, which is a provenness. We've been tested, we've been proven. And then it accelerates us up to hope. And we said hope is taking faith and moving it forward and knowing that it's true and cannot be broken because of the Word of God and applying that Word to life. Now, let's talk about this hope for just a minute. God is going to do something into your life until he gets the though he slay me, I will yet trust him out of you. Now I want you to wrap your head around that for just a minute. You say, well, that's not a great thought. Well, it's reality. All of us are going to go through problems because God's not going to leave you where you are. He's going to accelerate you spiritually. You're not going to stay in kindergarten. He's going to move you up. You're going to graduate. And when you graduate, it's because you've gone through this process of tribulation, patience, character, hope. Now, though he slay me, yet will I trust him. He wrung that out of Job. It wasn't an easy process. But Job came through with flying colors. Yes, he struggled. God, I don't know why you're doing this. I wish you'd just tell me. Why don't you just kill me? Get it over with. I don't get it, God. I've not been bad. Bad people have bad things happen to them. I've been good. Why are bad things happening to me? How many times Christians come to me and they say, you know what, I don't know what I did to deserve this. And I want to say, you did nothing. This is not something you did to deserve this. This is God blessing you with grace requirements so that you cry out to God. Why do you think David had so many problems in his entire life? It's like he never got a break. Yes, he messed up with Bathsheba, but besides that, his whole life seemed like it was in the cave. I was over here, but there were periods of rest. But it's never going to be sustained, total blessing in your life because without pain, there's no great character. I don't care who it is. I don't care if they're unbelievers. If you don't have any challenges in your life, you don't grow. The tree that gets blown by the strongest winds develops the greatest roots. You're being blessed. Now, I want you to understand something. When I was at seminary, Dr. Curtis Vaughn, one of my greatest professors out at Southwestern, teaching Greek theology and teaching the Greek, he lost his wife of cancer the semester that I had him for Romans in the Greek. He would take a sock out of his coat as he was, because he was doing his own laundry and stuff, and he'd start laughing, then he'd start crying. And that was the greatest theology, I think, some of that I ever got at seminary because it was wrung from his life. He was having to apply it for his very existence. And it was so rich, and it was so deep, and it was so real. You see, God's going to make trusting him a necessity. He's going to make walking in his footsteps a necessity. Because he wants you to be that kind of blessing. See, Dr. Vaughn is not even aware of the fact that he was such a blessing to me. I had another professor told a story out there of a seminary professor, and if I'm not mistaken, this one, he backed over his son, killed his own son. And that I can't imagine anything more devastating than that. The guilt, that would destroy me. But that's what happened to him. And at the funeral and all this process, and the other professor said to him, how did you get through that? He said, well, you never know. I've been to the bottom, and I found something. It's solid down there. In the midst of my guilt, in the midst of my loneliness, in the midst of my missing my baby, I found it's solid at the bottom. Why? Because God is there with you at the bottom. And the foundation is based on a God who cannot lie, a God who cannot fail, a God who's already won and has victory stored for you. He won it. Trust him in this process. God bless you. Have a great day.